Hi my crafty friends, I'm Letitia Pfinder and welcome to my channel for Follow Along Friday. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of Copic coloring just to show you guys what different colors can do to a stamp. So how you can make something feel different just by the colors that you're using, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be coloring these four little bears, and I got them from this, you can see it, this stamp set. That's this guy right here. And I actually got this, so it's by Clear Impressions. I got this as like a freebie and in a stamping magazine. Yeah, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start off with this guy at the top, and I'm just going to do like a normal colored bear just to show you guys, you know, I guess generally what you'd end up coloring a bear with. And I've got E13, E15, and E18. I'm going to start off with my lightest color. I know a lot of people end up getting stamps and they kind of feel like they have to do one thing with them because, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of what they end up doing, I guess. That's definitely not the case. I mean, you can make anything have a whole different feel by just changing up colors. You know, colors give us different, or they suggest different emotions, I guess, to us. You know, red seems to be a color that we associate with anger, and blue seems to be a color that we associate with calming, you know? So sometimes it's good to be a little more cautious or careful. Maybe you're not sure why something doesn't have the feel that you're going for. And I think that's something to keep in mind when you're coloring or designing or planning something. Alright, and then moving on to my mid-tone, which is E15 and dark suntan. I'm just going to give him a good little spot coloring here. This is actually a really good exercise for anybody who is new, or even somebody who just needs practice or wants to practice. It's a good exercise to do, to take a stamp that you can really, you know, color, that's not too small or anything, and practice with your colors. Take different colors and see what kind of look it gives you. Well, my ink is kind of spilling out there a bit. Alright. Oh. That's never happened before. Okay, I'm just going to dab it off a bit and give it a break. And keep it upright. You see, it started to just pour out. So I'm going to just sit it up straight over here for a little bit. Alright, we'll move on to, we're going to go back to our lighter color to blend it out a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to go on to our darkest color. I'm just going to get some of these sketchy lines with it. some of the more obvious shadows, like right there, right where like any kind of creases would be. You'd find a shadow or a darker spot in something that's sewn, so like this fabric bare. And I'm using Copics, but honestly, this information, this advice goes for any medium that you're using. So, you know, it's a good thing to practice with. I don't want to mumble and like blabber along about things, but yeah. So I think I'm going to call this done, just because I'm not going to go back to my mid-tone. It needs a break because it's leaking. Alright, so we're going to move on to this guy, and I'm going to make him a little more muted. So I guess this would be something, I don't know, a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? I know, I kind of want to say sad. Not sad exactly, but I don't know, you'll see what I mean. It's a little more muted, almost monochromatic in a sense. It's not really monochromatic, but I'm getting pretty close. So let's see here. I've got BV17, BV23, and C5. So I'm going to start off with my BV23, which is grayish lavender. And because these tones are so muted, and so I still can't think of the word I'm looking for. If you know what word I'm trying to go for, why don't you leave it in the comment section below, because I'm going to be kicking myself all night for not thinking this word. Alright, now moving on to my C5. And I'm changing up the shadow a little bit on this guy, just to show you can do different things. You don't have to be super creative to make a stamp do something different for you, you know? Like, I know a lot of people will tell you, don't buy a stamp if you can't come up with, you know, so many reasons, or not so many reasons, so many different ideas for it, or so many different things you can do with it. And, you know, in reality, a lot of people don't think that way. You won't find another purpose for a lot of things. But chances are you can think of different ways to color it. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial, you know, or this color with me, just to show you guys that it's actually fun and it makes a big difference. It's really simple to do. Alright, I'm going back into my BV23 just to get the rest of them done over here. And then we'll go in with our darkest color, or more saturated, vibrant color, I guess. It's BV17, which is, ooh, oh, I did a cool trick there, which is called Deep Reddish Blue. And we're going to use it for our kind of darkest, deepest shadows. Oh, and just to tell you, I'm using just the whoa, that was a tongue twister. White Recollections cardstock that I normally use. The Copics do bleed through this a lot, so if you're wanting to not have a layered card, like if you want to color right on the card base, I wouldn't suggest using this with your Copics. Actually, I'll quickly show you. It is completely bled through. Alright, and I'm just going to add a little bit more. And I've stamped these guys with my Tuxedo Black Momento Ink. Again, as usual. It might be a little bit of a creature of habit. That's actually just all I have right now. Alright. But I love it. It's not a bad thing. When I buy more, I will be just replacing it. Alright, there we go. So he's looking kind of cute there. And we're going to move on to our third one. And this one is going to be a little different, but bear with me here. So we're going to do this guy over here, and I'm going to be doing reds. So we have R05, R29, and R59. So that's salmon red, lipstick red, and cardinal. And I'm going to start off with R05, R05. I don't know why I do that. I guess it's kind of a bad habit saying O instead of 0. I'm just going to give them a nice base coat all over. And you'll see like these colors, all of them, are much more vibrant and saturated, and it's going to give you a completely different look. You know, your little teddy bear here doesn't have to be normal teddy bear colors. You can have fun with them. So it can be great for almost anything. I can almost guarantee that like once you start playing with color, you'll find so many more uses for your stamps. Okay, so that's a pretty good base color. I'm going to go in with lipstick red now, which is R29. Just kind of hit them with some color. And just kind of a tip for you guys, if you end up coloring outside the edges, say like that, if you have a colorless blender, you can just go in and clean up those lines. I'm not actually using these for anything right now, so I don't think I'm going to go in and do that. Actually, I might end up using a couple of them. I'm already coming up with some ideas in my head. So I'll probably end up cleaning that up when I'm done. Alright. And I'm gonna go back in with my lighter color and kind of just blend some of that out. You obviously don't have to. This is a pretty solid coloring either way, but if you want to get the most out of your markers here, this will help you blend it a bit better. Alright, and I'm just going in with the Cardinal, which is R59, and the darkest color for our shadows. Alright. Actually, the camera's kind of picking this up more brown-ish than red, but I promise it's red. It might be picking that up too because of the ink, like black ink around it. But you can, I mean, like I said, play with your colors. You can obviously go way more vibrant than that if you want. And you're about to see something a little more interesting now. So now I'm using two colors not in the same color family, and for this fourth guy over here. And I picked these, which is BG34 and Y11, Horizon Green and Pale Yellow, because they kind of reminded me of baby colors, I guess, and I thought for a teddy bear that would be a good idea. I also know quite a few people who are pregnant or just had babies, and so this will work out well. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys. You know, especially if you guys know people who don't know the sex of their babies. So if you're making a gender neutral card, or, you know, just like these colors, that works. And again, play with it. Like, you can, honestly, there's so many different things you can do with color. It's so much fun. It's one of my most favorite things to do, is to use color as, you know, an expression in itself. Use it as its own media. Well, it's a media, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, and so for this, I'm just going to go in and add little, not necessarily shadows, just some add some color here and there. I guess it's kind of turning out more like shadows now that I'm going. But, yeah, you don't have to try to make something look, you know, realistic or anything like that. The whole point in stamping and card making, right, is to have fun with it and be creative. It's handmade, right? Okay. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take the yellow and just help some of this out here a bit. I'm going to also add a new dimension to it. A little more fun layer. A little more. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. It's probably because it's so late, honestly. It is 12:29 a.m. I guess that's what happens when you have a toddler. You sneak in your crafting when you can, right? Alright, and we're done. So I think these guys are looking really cute, actually. I'll probably end up using most, if not all of them. yeah, so you can see, so you've got, you know, your kind of more traditional, I guess, teddy bear up in the corner here. You've got still, I guess, a little bit more on the traditional side, but looks a little more solemn to me, a little more, you know, we can't think of the word, so. You got your little red guy over here, and your yellow and blue-green guy. So, alright, and there you have it. You have 4 different ways to color a little teddy bear, but more importantly, you have some homework to go and play with color. I want you guys to have fun. You know, this is a really great way to get some more use out of your stamps and to see things in a different light. And yeah, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see some more from me, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I do post one every Friday, and I'm figuring out when to post other ones, so you might get some sporadically in there as well. But yeah, every Friday is Follow Along Friday, which was this video you just watched. And yeah, so until next time, my crafty friends, I hope you guys have fun coloring your images. Be sure to share them with me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can tag me or direct message me or whatever you need to do to show me. And yeah, comment down below and let me know which one of these cute little guys, fun little guys, is your favorite. Alright, until next time.